A sense of deja vu. So this is Duke Nukem, the very first game in the Duke Nukem series, and I have played it before, but basically I am trying to restart my channel and have it be more like what I wanted it to be like when I started. And so I thought I'd do it again because I've now got a much better setup. I've now got a much better idea of what I'm doing. And so I wanted to do this again and hopefully do it a bit better this time. And to start with, we are going to look at the instructions for the story, because the year is 1997. Yes, this seemed like the far-off future. Dr. Proton and his army of Techbots have taken control of Earth's largest city, which no one has ever heard of. Once a respected genius and scientist, Dr. Proton, he changed his name from Blunderwitz early in his career, decided he could rule Earth with a new world order, getting there a few years before Hulk Hogan. After a terrible radiation accident that altered his brain, Proton took to the underworld and developed an army of advanced robots called Techbots. Techbots are extremely dangerous and guard Proton's secret hideout. Every attempt by the military to overcome Dr. Proton ended in disaster. It seems Dr. Proton's plan to rule Earth is well underway. Self-proclaimed hero Duke Nukem is Earth's final chance. After turning the pages too quickly. Hired by the CIA. Why? Duke has orders to stop Dr. Proton and rid the world of this latest madman. Armed only with his pistol and can-do attitude, Duke is the one person who might stand a chance of success. So we're in Episode 1, Shrapnel City. We're going to get dropped onto a skyscraper in the city Dr. Proton has captured and go deep underground to hunt down Dr. Proton and apprehend him. These are the controls, which we can modify. We have unlimited lives. There's a bunch of stuff that gets you points. There are secret bonuses. There's a whole bunch of stuff. So, yeah, let's get going. So you're the pitiful hero they sent to stop me. I, Dr. Proton, will soon rule the world. They get a lot of mileage out of these still frames. You're wrong, Proton Breath. I can't do a good Duke voice. I'll be done with you and still have time to watch Oprah. So yeah, Duke was a ways off being the character he would become. He was something more of a sensitive gentleman in the early games, wanting to watch Oprah and things. Right. Let's try that. So, when I decided I was going to do this again, I wanted to have some interesting things to talk about. And I thought one of them might be about how I got the game first. Or how I first came to have a copy of the game. And I was really struggling to remember where we actually got it. And I think my uncle downloaded it from a BBS. He was one of the first people I knew who had access to the internet through his job. And I believe he may have downloaded it and given us a copy. The shareware version. Not saying he wouldn't have downloaded the full version, but we only ever had the shareware. I got my copy of the full version from a cache converters. As CD-ROM became the predominant format, you could get really cheap, loose floppy disks at cache converters. And I got a copy of the registered version as sold by Manicom from the cache converters in Wagga. And so that was my first exposure to the later Duke game. Or the last two episodes of the series. Not series, the last two episodes of the game. One thing that the Apogee model of shareware distribution cops a lot of criticism for is that quite often in the second and third episodes of a game, you aren't seeing much that's new. And it's a little unfair because it's sort of equating it incorrectly. So you've got to not think of episode 2 and 3 of Duke Nukem as the sequels. They are instead the second and third worlds, kind of. If this was released on console, it would all be one big game. Get the DUKE letters. I always hit those spikes. So this game is a relatively important one for Apogee Software. It was made by largely the team at Scenario Software, who misspelt scenario for whatever reason. And that was led by Todd Replogle. George Broussard from Apogee, who was internal at Apogee by this time, did work on it a bit. But largely, yeah, it's the Scenario Software team who had previously made the Caves of Thor, the Monuments of Mars, and Dark Ages, which were all published by Apogee. But in this game, in the case of this game, they had actually joined up with Apogee proper to become sort of an internal development team, hence why George Broussard worked on this one, even though he was never part of Scenario. So this is the main reactor. It's a regular feature of most of the levels. And that's about as thoroughly as I can complete level 1. I missed out on the bonus for the falling Acme signs. So these bonuses that you are seeing scrolling past me here are 10,000 points given for doing particular things. In that case, I got them for destroying all the cameras, and I believe getting the DUKE letters was bonus 5. This is a good time to save your game. You can only save in these hallways between levels, which is a bit annoying. So, good adventurers go left, and good action heroes do as well. Because the red key is over here. And I can now, I think, just fall down the pipe and exit the level. Or not the pipe, the launch tube. I believe it's a missile launch tube. Whoops. Some spikes that Dr. Proton borrowed from the Deadly Villain Society from Secret Agent. Okay, these guys are the most annoying Techbots. They take the most shots aside from the helicopters and shoot the living crap out of you, and are deadly to the touch. I think I've got pretty much everything up here. I don't need to get nearly as much stuff as I am actually picking up. very little in this game is actually mandatory. But you want to go exploring. You are rewarded for getting off the beaten track and... Surprise, Duke! I'll be tracking your every move with my security camera system. Gotcha. Ah, the joys of PC speaker sound. I did try playing this game in silence once or twice, but I just couldn't get used to it. Oh, no, I couldn't do it. I did need to, So the red key only gets you some bonuses. It doesn't actually get you to the exit. You do need the blue key. But even so, I could have actually gotten the blue key just by going down the launch tube. I didn't need to go all the way around. But where would be the fun in that? I got all the security cameras again. Can't remember what bonus number 3 is. Okay, so that's telling us about a new item we need to find. So as well as the keys, which we've seen a couple of, there is also what is essentially a 5th key. There are 4 coloured keys, and what is essentially a 5th key that just opens a different kind of door. Right, I need the health. Because we got helicopters. The helicopters are less of an issue later on when you can shoot more shots on screen at once. But currently, I've only got the 1 shot on screen. Eventually, you can upgrade the gun to shoot loads. I think up to 4 shots on screen. When I was a kid, I don't know how much of this was me making stuff up in my head and how much of it was intended. I always sort of liked the progression of the levels as they sort of showed a progression of the story. So, you know, we start out on top of the skyscraper and we get deeper into it in level 2 and, like, you know, climbing out on the balconies. And then in level 3, we're in a fight across the rooftops. And then as you go, you get deeper and deeper underground. Like, we drop underground in level 4 and we start exploring Proton's base and stuff. I never get this whole level done on the first go. I always have to go back up to the top. Okay, that's the funny looking key. Oh, I thought I made that. Must be getting close to the green key. Yep, there it is. This is a dumb trap. You just have to get hit by the spike, and so they give you the can of soda. I don't know whether that's just to teach you that spikes hurt, which, you know, duh. Or whether it's, yeah, I don't know what the deal with it is. It just seems like a really mean... Do I have the U? I feel like I've got the U. I may not. I may regret that. Oh well, at the worst, I'll lose some points. Yeah, like, I mean, you don't need to put the spike on that platform. You could have just let us jump up there. But yeah. For whatever reason, they felt that that was the way to do it. And you'll notice how many successful video game companies I don't run. I'm actually really excited about the fact that Apogee is making a bit of a comeback at the moment. There's some interesting stuff, like looking at... I will definitely be checking out the stuff that they're bringing out. Obviously, being the retro fan that I am most interested in the remakes of Cosmo and Monster Bash that they're working on. Those look really interesting, especially Cosmo, which is a game I love, but is really, like, it does suffer a bit. It pushes the engine it uses, which is actually the same engine as this, really hard, and as a result, the scrolling doesn't really work properly, and yeah, it's a great game let down by sort of poor tech in a lot of ways. And so I really can't wait to see what they do with that. I never did find the U. I only got bonus 7. What was bonus 7? Oh, I destroyed all the rabbits. Always remember to save your game. Alright. The next level will be level 4, where we start to get really into Dr. Proton's base.